again in this wonderful, magical moment. At peace with myself. At peace with my own peace. No race, no past, no future, no timeline. Just being in the present, being soul conscious. Making myself an angel of purity. Peace. God's divine child. A peaceful, conscious, powerful being here to make people conscious, making this world a conscious, clean, peaceful place. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Today we are at the last part of this wonderful, wonderful book. And there have been so many learnings from this book. I hope you also feel the same. So today let's just finish the book. Then we'll talk about things related to this book also and our journey forward. So yesterday we talked about few things. How can we take adversity illness or any situation which may not be very good looking on the outside, how can we take it for our enlightenment consciousness? So we are here at the power to choose. We talked about yesterday that uh, some people in difficult situations, some people become very conscious, and some people go more into the well of that pain, and that is the make or break situation. If we can learn from those situations, that what really matters in life, then we can have a wonderful life. And these situations teaches us that what really matters in life, and where should we put our energy and where we should not give our energy, like proving people, holding grudges, uh, keeping negativity, or living unconsciously, spending money, energy, time on the things which really do not matter. So I have to spend my time in making myself peaceful, conscious, right? So the power to choose. So what about all those people who it seems actually want to suffer? I have a friend whose partner is physically abusive towards her, and her previous relationship was of a similar kind. Why does she choose such men? And why is she refusing to get out of that situation now? Why do so many people actually choose pain? And this is actually true. I was talking to somebody that the Gen Z or people who are right now in college, you know, uh, they get, they talk about language, red flags, green flags, and red flags means the person may not be good for my mental health, maybe having a toxic traits, may be harmful. But you know what? People want to go there. Such has become the irony of this word, that people want to be associated with toxic people. They don't want a simple person, a simple life. They want dramas, pain in their life. So author says, I know that the word choose is a favorite new age term, but isn't entirely accurate in this context. Like the seeker is asking that why does she choose such men? Maybe the author is trying to say that we never choose these things. This is very unconscious thing, right? So author says it is not entirely accurate in this context. It is misleading to say that somebody chose a dysfunctional relationship or any other negative situation in his or her life, right? Choice implies consciousness, a high degree of consciousness, hosh. Without it, you have no choice. Choice begins the moment you disidentify from the mind and its conditioned pattern, the moment you become present, right? Choice means conscious. When you're present, not identifying with the mind. Until you reach that point, you are unconscious, spiritually speaking. This means that you are compelled to think, feel, and act in certain ways according to the conditioning of your mind. This is why Jesus said, forgive them for they know not what they do. उन्हें पता ही नहीं है वो कर क्या रहे हैं because of unconsciousness. This is not related to intelligence in the conventional sense of word. I have met many intelligent and educated people who are also completely unconscious, right? You know that people say, अरे आप तो इतने पढ़े लिखे हो, वो इंसान इतना पढ़ा लिखा है, वो ऐसे क्यों करते हैं? Education has nothing to do with that. The normal education has nothing to do with that. There are so many people who call them intelligent. They do the things the worst thing in the world, right? So this is not related to intelligence in the conventional sense of word. I have met many highly intelligent and educated people who were also completely unconscious, which is to say, completely identified with their mind. In fact, if mental development and increased knowledge are not counterbalanced by a corresponding growth in consciousness, the potential for unhappiness and disaster is very great. Actually, it's the opposite. If the person is getting more knowledge about things, and if they are not working, not counterbalancing, they are not disidentifying with the mind, they are more unhappy and more disastrous. And this is the truth. So many people, you feel like it's a very sophisticated society, the middle class, upper middle class, or big cities, and the work they do the things, you know, uh, which even can't be spoken in words. This is what the reality of the world is. So your friend is stuck in a relationship with an abusive partner, and not for the first time. Why? Because of no choice. The mind, conditioned as it is by the past, always seeks to recreate what is known and what is familiar with. Even if it is painful, at least it is familiar. The fear of unknown, right? That's why people want to cling to, even if uh, they are into a toxic relationship, they don't want to leave. They think that I don't want to live alone. It's okay. I can stay with this person even if it is harming, because they are not able to uh, think the situation which is unfamiliar, let's say living alone. The mind always adheres to the known. The unknown is dangerous because it has no control over it. That's why the mind dislikes and ignore the present moment, because this is the unknown territory, right? That's why when we think of meeting somebody for the first time, mind says, no, don't meet. When we want to go somewhere, mind says, don't go. Present moment awareness creates a gap not only in the stream of mind, but also in the past future continuum. We have talked about it. Nothing truly new and creative can come into the world except through that gap, that clear space of infinite possibility. When we are in the present, then something new thought process, new vibration. You will start vibing at different new vibration. Then only we will be able to attract new people, new thought pattern, new relationship, good relationship, not those toxic people, right? So your friend being identified with her mind may be recreating a pattern learned in the past in which intimacy and abuse are inseparably linked, because she is carrying that baggage. Alternatively, she may be acting out a mind pattern learned in early childhood according to which she is unworthy and deserves to be punished. So, this mind identification can go to the childhood also, when she was feeling unworthy and feel like I deserve a punishment. So, all those patterns she's carrying right now also. It is also possible that she lives a large part of her life through the pain body, which always seeks more pain on which to feed, right? Her partner has his own unconscious pattern, which complements her. Of course, her situation is self created, but who or what is the self that is doing the creating? So, there could be three reasons. First is the past relationship. So she may have the belief that intimacy, if you're trying to intimate, get close to a person, then abuse will also come. Or maybe childhood, that I'm not that worthy. so I deserve punishment. Or it can be that she may have, started feeling good in pain, like pain body, right? So she is attracting more pain. But who is creating that? A mental, emotional pattern from the past? No more. Why make a self out of it? If you tell her that she has chosen her condition or situation, you are reinforcing her state of mind identification. She's not choosing it. So don't say that you have chosen it. But is her mind pattern who she is? Is it herself? Don't, she is not herself. Our mind identification is not ourself. That is just mind identification. Who am I? I am beneath that. I am above that, which is I am a soul. Is her true identity derived from the past? No, right? Show your friend how to be the observing presence behind her thoughts and emotions. Tell her that this is not you. This is your mind identification. This is your pattern, but you are not this. You are an observer. Tell her about the pain body and how to free herself from her. Teach her the art of inner body awareness. Demonstrate to her the meaning of presence. As soon as she is able to access the power of now and thereby break through her conditioned past, she will have a choice. As soon as she is able to access the power of now, as soon as she'll start staying in the present, remember, newness is going to come. Healing will start happening, breaking her past conditioning. She will have a choice now. Nobody chooses dysfunction, conflict, pain. Nobody chooses insanity. They happen because there is not enough presence in you to dissolve the past, not enough light to dispel the darkness. You are not fully here. You have not quite woken up yet. In the meantime, the conditioned mind is running your life. When I talk to somebody, when somebody says something, and I have realized it, I never feel and I never say to them that you do this. I say that your mind is trying to make you do this, but you are not this. It's such a relief, first of all, and this is reality, right? Similarly, if you are one of many people who have an issue with their parent, if you still harbor resentment about something they did or did not do, then you still believe that they had a choice, but they did not have a choice, that they could have acted differently, right? We all have that thing in us that our parents could have decided this or that. It always looks as if people had a choice, but this is an illusion. As long as your mind with its conditioned pattern runs your life, as long as you are your mind, what choice do you have? No, none. You are not even there. The mind identified state is severely dysfunctional. Dysfunctional मतलब काम ही नहीं कर रही है. It is a form of insanity. Almost everyone is suffering from this illness in varying degree. The moment you realize this, there can be no more resentment. How can you resent someone's illness? No, right? The only appropriate response is compassion. So you understand, first of all, forgive yourself that I did not have a choice. When you talk or when you think about others, you also think that they are not doing this. We say ki, why you always do like that? As if they had a choice. No. Say to them, tell them, bring them in the light that your mind is trying to do that. Explain them, demonstrate how to be in the present. Just give them a minute that just be in the present and tell me, do you have any problems? So that means nobody is responsible for what they do. I don't like that idea. It's not about that, right? That they are not responsible for what they do. If you are run by your mind, although you have no choice, you will still suffer the consequences of your unconsciousness and you will create further suffering. It means that maybe people don't have a choice. It's not about that. Even if you did not have a choice, but the decisions they have taken unconsciously, the karmas are going to come. You will bear the burden of fear, conflict, problems, and pain. The suffering thus created will eventually force you out of your unconscious state. What you say about choice also applies to forgiveness, I suppose. You need to be fully conscious and surrender before you can forgive. Forgiveness is a term that has been in use for 2000 years, but most people have a very limited view of what it means. You cannot truly forgive yourself or others as long as you derive your sense of self from the past. Only through accessing the power of now, which is your own power, can there be true forgiveness. This renders the past powerless, and you realize deeply that nothing you ever did or that was ever done to you could touch even in the slightest the radiant essence of who you are. Whatever I have done or something has been done to me, nothing has the power to touch even in the slightest the radiant essence of who you are. It can't define me, it can't come in the present. The whole concept of forgiveness then become unnecessary. And how do I get to that point of realization? When you surrender to what is and so become fully present. The past ceases to have any power. When will I realize this? When I will surrender to what is happening, I surrender to it and becoming fully present. The past ceases to have any power. Past will not have any power. You do not need it anymore. Presence is the key. The now is the key. How will I know when I have surrendered? When you no longer need to ask the question. How will know I have surrendered? When you no longer need to ask the question. All right, so we have completed this book and um, lots of realization, lots of uh, observation is needed. Practice is needed to actually realize the depth of this, and we need to go deeply into this, and um, everything is connected, like author has said. Forgiveness, how can we forgive ourselves and others? Like he said that we when we were unconscious, when we are unconscious, when we are not present enough, when we do not have the light in us, much light in us, which means soul power. So we really did not have the choice. And similarly, people, even parents, they really did not have the choice because they were ill. I was ill simply means the I was identified with my mind, I was ill. So if somebody is ill, if somebody is physically ill, then you can't force them. Then you don't force them. Oh, why you can't run? You don't say that. You see that the person is injured. So you have compassion, right? Similarly, whoever has done something wrong to you, you think something wrong to you, or you have done something wrong. Even yesterday, I was not conscious enough, alert enough, present enough, powerful enough to do the right thing. So I forgive and I focus to make this moment a better moment, right? So forgiveness, it is related to surrender. Surrender, we understand whatever the situation is, I surrender 100%. In the present, I come in the present. By coming in the present gives me the power to focus on the solutions. And surrendering means being in the present, being conscious, feeling I am alive. So everything is connected, not identifying with your mind. And we understood that um, getting comfortable with the uncomfortable emotions. Um, there is a quote that um, it's better to uh, fight the dragon rather than sleeping with the dragon. Before sleeping, let's say people say that I don't get sleep, that's why I use phone. Why am I not getting a sleep? There is something in me which is making me uncomfortable. Mind identification. So sit with it, go through the pain, face the pain. We understood yesterday. Feel, observe it, where this pain is coming from. What does ego wants? And I am not that. I am beneath that. I am much more above that. I am a powerful soul. And being painful, staying painful is not my nature. Through all these things, we will start healing. We will stop identifying with our thought process, with our mind. We will start living in the present. And remember, living in the present is acceptance. And accepting self and others creates a space. It creates a different feeling. And here transformation happens. Here I start healing myself. Here the light starts entering in me, and all the darkness in me, all the noises, negativity in me starts going away, right? So, this is what it is. We will meet tomorrow to end this thing. There are few instruction I want to share with you right now, and also in the groups we will share. So as we are ending this book, so we need at least uh, 5 to 6 members who had attended all the sessions. One or two are exceptions. Some, कुछ ना कुछ काम आ जाता है. But uh, tomorrow we are going to cover almost 10 questions from each chapter. We are going to discuss. You also have to answer, and we will discuss about all these questions, or any other question related to this. Just send to the admin today. And um, other thing is that as we have completed first book, we want one thing that to um, get more people, onboard more people, to create interest in them. When they see the group, they should feel the energy. When we will post on Instagram, they should feel that, okay, I want to be the part of the next book. So what we want is that, uh, first thing, we want your photo, your selfie with the physical book, and with the power of now. And we will compile a video around it. And you can share your experience either in writing, WhatsApp in the group. We will open the group. So today evening, so you can share all your feedback, what you learned. So, we'll make a video and we will share everyone's feedback that this book taught me this, and I am practicing being in the present and how it is helping me to be more aware, and how it has helped me to stop identifying with the mind, and maybe um, helping me to get rid of the fear, anxiety, depression. So please be very vocal, very expressive about what you have experienced in this. So will you do that today, today evening? Because then we have to compile a video also, and tomorrow is 20th. So after 2 days break, we will start with the third book. Sorry, in 23rd, we will start with the next book. You can heal your life. All right. So this is about today's session, and tomorrow we will conclude the sessions. Um, um, if anything else remains, you can discuss. But first, whatever needs to be discussed, we need to decide today evening. Okay, so when you will open the group, if you want to ask the question, just write the question. Whatever you want to express, just write it. Okay? All of you are in the English reading book club, right? If not, it's okay. Let me share with you the link. Just check if you're not in the group, just join the group. All right? Okay. So any other question regarding this? But we need your participation in that. Okay. So if you do not have a hard copy, then think of something. Just share your feedback, or you can make a video that I'm reading. I read this book, The Power of Now, or maybe um, you know some with little editing. You can just add that like this. You can just add photo of the cover of the photo, something like this. Okay, so after this session, we will open the group uh, for your feedback. Okay. Okay. Yes, we will add you. So, author, how will I know when I have surrendered? जब आपके क्वेश्चन खत्म हो जाएंगे, it means you have surrendered. What is the meaning of surrendering? That when you no longer need to ask the question, which means when I have started experiencing being in the present, and when I have started getting answer from myself only. Um, I don't need anyone to uh, guide me, to give me the answers, right? I have understood these things. You understand? So this is, uh, the way that when questions started less lesson, and you start getting more answers, more peaceful experience. When you will experience that I have truly surrendered, the questions will stop. At least questions will be less. Okay. So tomorrow we will have like like a, discussion meeting. I want all of you. I'm telling you beforehand that please be ready to turn on your video tomorrow. Okay, we will record some part of it. So be presentable. Um, we have not said anything to you throughout the session. Your videos were not on, but ideally they should be on. because, you know, it says many things when you're not, uh, um, video is not turned on first thing. Yes, there can be, sometimes can be many reasons. You're doing something with this. That's the whole point, that we should not do something else. And some of you must be thinking, uh, it's human psychology. Okay, nobody is listening to me, or nobody's watching, so let me just lay around and I will listen to it. No, we have to be active. And when you are sitting, like, that in the lockdown, you must have seen some kids, how they used to attend. And I know my cousin's teacher is screaming that, okay, students, and they are just talking to each other. Just the class is, mobile is there somewhere else. They are just talking to themselves. So again, this is, our mind tells us that it's okay, it's okay. अरे एक साथ दो काम कर सकते हैं, नहीं नहीं करना है. If I can do that, you can do that too. Okay, and it inspires people that, okay, okay, that person is just sitting very, diligently focused. I should also do that. Okay, so tomorrow, please do that. Okay. I don't understand this question. Is self-respect also included in resistant? Both are not connected. There is a difference between self-respect and ego. Again, ego means, like author said, that if you're creating resistance, you're irritated, you're reacting, then it's ego. And if you say something not out of reaction, but with peace, high quality no, you remember? When we are speaking, taking a stand without getting disturbed, then it's self-respect. Simple. It's as simple as that. If there is a trace of negativity, anger, irritation, then it's ego. And you have checked that no unhealthy emotion is there. I'm just saying because I am clear that this is wrong, then it's self-respect. Okay? Uh, yeah, yes, yes, you have to share pics in the group in the group. We will share all the instruction in the group by evening. Then you can do that. I have read this book. If you ask me, I have read this book maybe more than 20 times, because this every time, this time also when I'm reading after a long time, it has given me something very different, something new, very, very important. This is the basic of spirituality. Okay? Yeah. So I'll see you tomorrow. We'll talk more about all these things. ठीक है? चलो. Om Shanti.